Girl. They going in on me in the comments. Let's get into some things.
Loving you is like blowing water, baby. You give me the strength through the fire, baby. I'm gonna be your...
Yes, what is popping, everybody? What's popping? It's your boy Armon, and we are back with another video. Get in here, get in here. Everybody get in here. We got to get into some things. All right, so I got to make sure you guys can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Ciao. Let's make sure everything is working. Let's make sure that y'all can hear me so we can kiki and be messy in peace. Forehead is out, shining. Damn, my head is big. Now y'all know why I wear hats, because I got a head on me. Jesus. Okay. Anyway. Well, we got to get into some things. And listen, we're going to talk about a plethora of things before we get to the Tasha Kay piece. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Press 1 in the chat if you can hear me, because I don't want to deal with that if you can't. Like, press 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Press 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Okay. Because the worst thing to do is start kikiing and going live and doing all the stuff and no one can hear you. Well, okay, so let's get into it. So, Tasha Kay, Cardi B, the results are in. The test results are back. The medical records have been received. We're going to get into that in a moment. But before we get into all of that hoopla, let's get into some other things first, okay? First, let's start with Jessie Smollett. It's a lot of court things today on this docket. I don't know if this is the court show, but Jessie Smollett obviously was in court today. Jury, they were trying to come to a decision today. It took them about 2.5 hours. They didn't come to a decision, so they wrapped for the day. But by the end of this week, we will know if Jessie Smollett will be innocent or guilty. So as of right now, it has not been proven. We don't know. The jury is still kind of out on this one. So we don't know what the final verdict will be on Jessie Smollett. However, it's on its way. You guys know I live for the Jessie Smollett conversation, because now as the more I hear about Jessie Smollett and the more I follow this case, I just get so enthralled in the Jessie Smollett love story and the behind the scenes and into his personal life, because I'm just like, girl, Jessie, you are really around the way girl. And I'm very intrigued. I like Jessie. I feel like he'd be my kind of people, minus some of the things that he does. You know, maybe not getting too full in the bathhouse, and you know what I mean, and walking at 2 o'clock in the morning and setting and staging a whole robbery. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't want to talk about that too long. But you know, Jessie Smollett, we'll see where this goes, and we'll be talking about it. We'll be waiting, and I cannot wait to give you guys the tea. Okay? Who's next? Let me see what we got next. Let's go here, because I'm really just getting this stuff out the way so we can really key and be messy, and I can open up the chat, and then we can really just kind of key and cackle and really go in. You know what I mean? This is just like the buffer and the filler. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Did somebody say buffer and filler in the chat? All right, let's keep it pushing. Happy birthday. Ooh, not you. Happy birthday to you. Is it Dorothy Dandridge? Is it Marilyn? No, it's Nicki Minaj. Happy birthday, dear Nicki Minaj. Happy birthday to you. She looked fantastic. Now, dare me not put up that picture where she was fully nude. It's too many haters out there Yeah, and I know that you haters are out there, but there's too many haters out there waiting for me to slip up so that they can go and drag my video. But anyway, Nicki Minaj just turned 39 this today. She looks real good. This is what a good 39 looks like. Unlike, oh my God. Let me go pull this up. I'm sorry. And in conjunction to, let's talk about this for a minute, okay? In conjunction to, let me tell you why I love being black. Even though this is airbrushed, okay, but in all fairness, and I'll post her airbrushed one too. But let me tell you why I prefer being black over anything. Okay? It's no shade. It's no shade. I prefer being black over anything. Nicki looks really good, but this is 39. Okay? This is 39. But that's heavily airbrushed too. No shade. That's airbrushed too. Hold on, y'all, because it's playing in my face. So, but this is 37. I'll take black for 100. 39 or 37? 39, 37. Okay, somebody said be fair. Give her her airbrush one too. Okay, let's give her airbrush one too. No shade. $39 is still giving that for me. No, it's heavily airbrushed and whited out. I'll take the 39 for 100, please, over the 37, because this is for real. This is the real 37. So I'll take black for 1,000. So, shout out to Nicki Minaj. Happy birthday, Nicki. Live it up. Do your thing. Whatever that consists of. You know what I mean? Shout out to one of the queens. I couldn't decide to wear what chain to wear today, so I just put both my chains on. That looks so ghetto. I should probably take one of these off. I forgot I had this one on. Oh my God, what a fool. Okay. So yeah. Happy birthday, Nick. And Chloe. Can we talk about Chloe for a second? Did we get rid of Chloe? In all seriousness, though, guys, what is going on with Chloe? And here's the thing, because a lot of people were dragging me. A lot of people were dragging me kind of in my comments a little bit because they were feeling some type of way. But my thing is this. It's not age shaming. Hopefully I become 37 one day, 57, 67, and 97. You know, I would love to live to, you know, to grow old gracefully and be healthy and all of those things. So age is not really what the problem is for me. Everybody, if you're lucky, grows old. There are some girls that don't make it past 20. There's some girls that don't make it past 15. I would love to make it to 37 and beyond. So it's not the age for me. It's the fillers. It's the plastic surgery. It's the orange tint for me. She now at 37 looks about 67. She's had so many lip injections, the lips don't even it don't even do right. I like Chloe, but I didn't know that this was what Chloe really looked like. You know, sometimes you watch people on TV or, you know, and you kind of live through, you know, you escape reality through them, right? And I'll tell you, like, I like to fantasize about people and like celebrities, and I like to look into their life and, you know, not think about my own problems and my own issues and the dooms and the darkness of death and life and overthinking, you know, what goes up must come down. So I look at these other celebrities and I say, hey, they go through the same thing that I go through. But then when you get that harsh reality that they're real, I mean, okay, there's a piece of us that look at celebrities as if they're not people, right? And I think that's what kind of keeps us motivated to continue pushing, because there's that inkling of hope that somehow, some way, these people are larger than life, or they are like some sort of special being, you know, and if only you can get there, you can get a piece of that fountain of youth or everlasting life or whatever that is, right? Maybe I'm going too deep for some of y'all. But anyway, it's a moment like this when you realize, damn, they in the same boat as me. And it just brings you right back to reality. Like, she look old as shit. Damn, she is human. And it looks bad at 37. Damn. So now you are now you ready to like pat in your face and ready to cleanse and deep for, because you thinking, shit, if look at Chloe. I can't look like Chloe. It's giving Kim Zolciak. Yes, it is. That's what it's giving for me. It's definitely giving a Kim Zolciak. Wig? Oh, I wish I had a Khloe Kardashian wig. But yes, Khloe, I don't know what's going on with Khloe, but she decided to pop out after all of the scandalous stuff that has been going on with Tristan Thompson. Now, I don't know. Men are men and men are dogs from time to time. So perhaps Khloe is starting to shrivel away like a prune. So he needs something else a little tight, a little right, and a little bit more white. I don't know. But it's giving that from this picture here, I could kind of see why Tristan is not as interested in Khloe as he may have been in the past. You know, I think Tristan would be interested in this girl, but these two girls are not the same. See, this is not on her page. This was. This is Khloe. This is not. This is what Tristan sees every day. So while we think, oh my God, how can you do this to Khloe? Nigga, this is Khloe. This is Khloe. And I don't want to feel like I'm sleeping with my mama or Kris Jenner. Or hell, the grandma. What's her name? What's the grandma name? Lynn, Liz, Jean, something like that. Tabitha, you know the grandma. It's giving that. Or Kim Zolciak. Okay, let me get over here. Khloe, I love you. I would love to come to Truth's party. Absolutely, invite me. It's just a cackle, Khloe. It's no shade. MJ is the name. Yes. MJ is the name. Absolutely. She looks like MJ. Let me pull up a picture of MJ real quick. Just while we're here cackling. MJ and Kris Jenner. Let's pull up MJ. Oh, see, these are heavily edited too. But it's very much so an MJ vibe for me. This one's not edited. This is a real. It's giving MJ. Well, not really MJ. It's giving MJ. Let me see. Very much so. Very much so a MJ. Yes. Very much so a MJ. Absolutely. I hit the nail on it. Let's try Kim Zolciak. Kim Zolciak. Let's try that one. Yeah. Oh, yes. It's definitely giving a Kim Zolciak. Oh, yeah. Kim's lips are better, though. Kim's lips are much better than Khloe's. Let's see. It's definitely... Hold on. Come on, Kim. You better come on and stop playing. How old is Kim? 55? 60? Okay, look at Kim. Absolutely, it's giving a Kim and Khloe. That looked like Kim. So, and you know what else? Let's go ahead and do an Aubrey O'Day. Let's do Aubrey O'Day. Ooh. Oh, God. No, Aubrey O'Day she is just what? This is Aubrey O'Day. Oh, you know what? Let me see. I am not prejudiced. I'm not racist. I'm none of that. But white people really don't age well. Look at Aubrey O'Day. I don't know how. Girl, that is not Aubrey O'Day. What happened to Aubrey O'Day? Okay, she is in a league all of her own. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm doing jumping jacks in my seat. I don't. Hold on. Give me a second, cause I gotta work. I'm doing anything. What happened? What happened? Okay. You know, I swear to God, I'm finna get up. I'm finna end this live and go running. I promise to God, I'm finna get up here. I can't even look at her without feeling like I need to work. I'm not doing this. I'll go get cut up on the table before I play like this. What happened to Aubrey? Listen, white people do a strange thing. They transform in the weirdest way. I love being black. I'm for darn sure don't want to be white. I don't know what happened there. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, that's not her? That is her. It says Aubrey O'Day looks unrecognizable as she ditches glam makeup and hair extension to walk dogs in stretch pants and a bra. That is her. Y'all gonna stop playing in my face? That was a mess. That is her. You better Google it. That's her, baby. All right, moving on. Girl, y'all saying that's not her. Look, they saying this is her. That's her! See, y'all gonna always try to make me prove something, look. That's her! That's Aubrey O'Day. That's her. That's 36? Oh my God. Oh! What did she do? I'll say, yeah. Oh, they said that's not her. Girl, that's Aubrey O'Day, child. And listen, I'm out of there. I'm out of there. I'm out of it, okay? I'm tapped all the way out. I'm out of it, okay? I'm out. I don't know what they did to Aubrey, who swallowed her up, or what happened, but listen, okay? I'm finna get out here and go run a mile. I swear to God, I'm finna get up out here and run a mile. Y'all not finna play with me like that. You're not finna Aubrey O'Day me. Not on this Thursday. Not in this 2021 going into not me. I love being black. Don't make me nothing else. And if we and after this life, if we go into another life, I want to be brown or black. Make me black. I don't want to be nothing. I don't want to be white. Okay. I really don't want to be too brown either, because you get too far in the brown spaces, you start getting built up like refrigerators, real boxy. I'd rather be black. You know, you get too brown, you start getting like a. Let me keep going. Okay. My girlfriend, Erica Banks, she did an interview with, I think, one of the colleges. She did an interview with Morehouse, I believe. It was a cool interview. I just popped in for a little bit. It wasn't that many people on there. But she was just kind of talking about some of her top favorite rappers and things like that. And I was surprised to see who she chose. Obviously, she chose Nicki Minaj, but she also chose Lil Wayne. And one surprising, because I don't hear a lot of people talking about her, but she is really, really talented, Missy Elliott. You guys know we love Missy Elliott here. She sent us 2 plaques, or 2, little records, whatever. Anyway, shout out to Missy Elliott. So Erica Banks named her her top 3 favorite artists, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, and Missy Elliott. So shout out to that. But I thought was also interesting now, Erica Banks is now being a lot more vocal about wanting to work with Cardi B or willing to work with Cardi B. So the interviewer asked her, would she do some work with Cardi B? And here's her response.
The AMA Awards show, I was telling interviewers that I think she has a very big personality. So I think she would be great for whatever record, we can do it whenever I'm down. We can shoot a video and,
Let's see.
So Erica is ready to work with Cardi B. I think that'd be a great look for her. And I'm glad that she is not limiting herself. Yes, you can like Nicki Minaj, but you can also respect and see that Cardi B is, a queen of now. And so you would be stupid to not want to work with her. So I see Erica Banks moving for herself and not moving like a fan. You know what I mean? So shout out to Erica Banks for having a mind of her own and being able to say, hey, I like both women. I like Nicki is my top, but I definitely will work with Cardi B because Cardi B has a great personality, okay? Okay. What else? Okay, here's some tea. Wendy Williams. Okay, so here's the tea with Wendy Williams. Now, it's being said that Wendy Williams will not be returning even February. So Remy Ma and Fat Joe will be hosting the first week, and then there's going to be somebody else hosting, and then the last week, what's her name? Sherry Shepherd will be guest hosting for the last week of January going into February. Now, Wendy Williams is supposed to return in February, but we're not sure if she's going to return. But sources are saying that even if she returned, it would be pointless because her show has not been renewed. And I remember in 2020 or 2019, Wendy Williams was renewed through 2022. She has not yet been renewed. So after this show wraps, the show will be canceled at this point for good. So it's not even someone's taking the slot or this, that, and the third. The show didn't even get renewed because remember back in August, we get the announcement for the renewal. Now, perhaps we just don't know about the renewal or they weren't sure because she had so many health complications and they want to see if maybe Wendy can make it another year. I don't personally think it's all the way over, contingent upon if Wendy can show significant improvement by February. But if she doesn't, I feel like it's over because advertisers, the company, the brand, business, the network, they don't want another 2 years because I think they do. They don't sign you on for a year. So it's like 2 to 4 to 8. You know what I mean? So they're not going to sign her up for another 2 years. And they're having to do this. They're working with her now. But it's like nobody wants to do this. They're losing advertising dollars. They're losing money. But then certain guests bring certain things. I don't know. It could honestly it could be really the end for Wendy Williams because not even just because of the health things. Let's just say she came back and she was fine. There's still no renewal. So it really could be over for Wendy. And if it is over for her, I don't see her doing a podcast. I don't see her doing, I think that she should, but I just don't think that she's well enough. I don't think she has the wherewithal. I think she'll miss television so much. I think that Wendy Williams would literally disappear. I don't think we would see her if this show, what would she do? Would she do the Wendy pot? I mean, it's not like she can go back to being the 20-year-old, 30-year-old Wendy that we've seen on the radio. Or maybe perhaps she could. But I just don't feel like she has that second wind in her. I don't think she has that care. I mean, she's got a lot of health complications. So I just don't know if she's that interested in today's celebrities to be that messy and that entertaining as she could. Not in a world where you have people like me and other YouTubers like, the game has changed to a certain degree. So I don't know if she'd still be willing to get down in the grit. Now, I would live for a Wendy Williams podcast, but I don't know what it would. I don't know if it would still give me that grit and that grunge and the messy that I'm looking for. Is it going to give you the energy that we need? So we'll see. But at 55, 60 years old, whatever, 57, Wendy needs to go ahead and pay it. If the show is over, don't, do a podcast for fun. But, she's not going to be on there scrolling through the shade room and reading the tabloids, trying to figure out what's going on. At this point, girl, retire and enjoy your money and get you a nigga. You know what I mean? Seriously. So, we'll see. I just hate that Wendy is going out like this. Like, I can't believe, like, I'm gagging that this is another one where you realize what goes up must come down with Liz. Must I like, we always thought about the end of a Wendy Williams era, but I cannot believe it's like, wow, it is the end of a Wendy Williams era. Like, what's next? Who's next? There will never be another Wendy Williams, but things have changed so much, especially with YouTube and social media. YouTubers are the new broadcast medium. My mom was telling me about, there's this article about journalists. She still has yet to send it to me. Mother, I've been waiting for you to send me this article, girl. But apparently there's a lot of journalists and news anchors and people that went to school, right? And they feel some type of way about new media. They call it new media or cheap media. When they refer to cheap media as like bloggers and YouTubers, meaning you don't have to pay them anything or very little because they're already putting the content out. So a lot of journalists that have went to school and got these degrees, they're not getting paid as much because 9 times out of 10, the news is already breaking online. And if not, it's getting more views. So you'll notice a lot of journalists and a lot of prestigious media personalities and people, they don't like bloggers, YouTubers, and personalities that kind of independently get it through the mud, because it's kind of like, wow, I went to school for 4 years for this, and here you are on YouTube. So it's a lot going on. All right. Now, the reason that we're all here. Well, the results are in. Tasha Kay. Well, I'll read you what it says, and you guys can decipher for yourself. Okay? This is what the results say. 12/8/2021. Order of production of medical records. The court has received and reviewed the records and finds that they are not helpful to the defendant. The defendant is Tasha Kay, Latasha Trans Rena Kebby, or Kebe, or Kibi if you nasty, aka Tasha Kay. Hold on, girl. Hold on. Wait, I done messed up and clicked off on the wrong thing. Okay. Accordingly, the court will file the records under a seal, so we're never going to know really what the results are. At plaintiff's request only, so they'll file it under a seal if Cardi B says so. The court will release the records to both sides to be used at trial. Now, here's the tea. Even if, like, let's say it was some tea, right? The fact that they're releasing them to Tasha Kay, she can't wait to go through them and try to use them. So whether they're sealed or not, they coming out anyway because Tasha Kay, after she loses this case, because she's losing this case, they're gonna come out and she's gonna talk about it. Otherwise, the records shall not be opened except with permission of the district judge or the court of the appeals. Signed by Judge William M. Ray II. So let me read it to you again without interrupting. Order of production of medical records. The court has received and reviewed the records and finds that they are not helpful to the defendant. Accordingly, the court will file the records under seal. At plaintiff's request only, the court will release the records to both sides to be used at trial. Okay, so I read that again. So she don't even have to reveal the records. So Cardi B don't even have to show Tasha Kay the records. So you did all that. You had Kyle posting it. You drug Bobby Lights. You did an interview talking about it was in your favor. You thought you had won. You had called Wiley. You wanted everybody to talk about it. Talk about it. Do a video on this. She's got to show her records. Do a video on it. The court has reviewed and received the records and determined that they don't help you in your case, Tasha Kay. And at the plaintiff's request only will they be revealed to you. You thought you ate that. You thought you ate that. Yeah, you better. Girl, she's somewhere acting like nothing is bothering her and it's not that big of a deal and it's only $75,000 and it's not a big deal. Now, apparently, Tasha Kay, now let's just be honest here. She's somewhere probably trying to act unbothered and unfazed and like it's just not a big deal. Apparently I had heard through the grapevine that she's somewhere in Africa or on her way there. Maybe. she better get all kind of witch doctors you can. You better you better try to figure it out in Africa. You better grab them herbs and them spices and that Nigerian water. And you better hope and pray that something can shake. You better grab some monkey balls and bring them back with you, Tasha Kay. But anyway, let's get serious here for a moment. Now, Tasha Kay believes that she believes that she's going to win this case. I would play the audio, but she's just cursing entirely too much. But she feels as though she has a chance to win this because she feels as though that Cardi B does not have any true evidence of her saying that Cardi B had the H word. And that's so crazy to me. And this is just what lets me know that this woman is crazy. How do you just said it 2 weeks ago? I wish I could play you this audio. I really wish see, but something is telling me I have to play this audio because she cursed him. But she literally said that Cardi B, hold on, let me see if I could get it. Let me see if I can get it. I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna try to get this audio for y'all, child. This is what's so crazy to me. It's kind of like, girl, huh? Let me see. I'm gonna try to get it real quick. Let me try to get you what she said. Let me try to get what she said. This is what she said. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm not going to pull it on the screen. We're just going to try to grab the audio. Hold on. If you guys haven't done so, please make sure you guys like the video.
After I dragged him on my live, I was like, you dirty blood motherfucker, you speaking.
Hold on. Before we get into that, because, girl, we just want to make sure the right people are here in the chat. Okay, hold on. Let me get back to where I was going. Let's see.
It says I said something about her, so I cannot wait for the trial. You understand what I'm saying?
She can't wait for the trial because what?
Fucking evidence.
Hold on, here she go.
A piece of motherfucking evidence that says I said something about her, so I cannot wait for the trial. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the judge and the jury speak for itself.
Okay, she said ain't no piece of evidence, not one piece of evidence that she has said Cardi B had the H word. And this is what mind boggles me. And because it almost, Tasha Kay does this thing where she'll have you thinking, bitch, am I crazy? Like, am I crazy? So now you on here saying, we at the end of the road. We 3 years in. And you saying that you ain't never said this? And she don't have no evidence for this? Now, granted, it's still not, I think it's over for Tasha Kay, but it's up to the jury to decide. So she could still pull out a win. No shade. She could still pull out a win. I just don't see how. Because I think they were banking on these test results and they came back negative because they don't help her in the case. But Tasha Kay, I think she's so built upon playing this poker, trying to downplay when things are really happening, trying to downplay the stress because she comes out after people so much, and so she tried to make it seem like, oh, it ain't a big deal. She ain't got no evidence. But you notice she switched that content. She kind of keeps it cute. She was moving it over. She was moving the lies over to Patreon, and she started not saying certain things. Then she caught herself and said she wasn't gonna speak. She's human. But I had heard through the grapevine that Tasha Kay thinks that she's not human. And she thinks that if she does nasty things to people, it's all about energy. So if you hurt 3 people here and you do good for 3 people here, then it will balance it out. So we'll see if her good outweighed her bad in January. And if it did, I'll be a believer. But I have a feeling that her bad outweighs the good, because I don't think her good is ever pure. There's always a motive behind it. Will you come on my show? Will you not? This all started because Cardi B would not go on her show. Now, this person is going to kill me. And I understand, but since we on the topic, I hope he don't kill me, but you know what? I have to do it. I'm going to do it today. Today I'm going to do it because I need to show you how she plays these games. I want to show you the type of, because a lot of people think that people just be picking on Tasha Kay. And people are so jealous of Tasha Kay, and they don't understand where the energy comes from. Hold on. Because we have to do this. I'm going to show you this, okay? I'm going to do this. They're going to kill me, but I have to do my job. But I have to do my job. So I'm about to do that now. Okay? Hold on un momento. Okay. I have to do my job. Okay. So let me show you. All this because someone wouldn't go on do an interview with Tasha Kay. So you got yourself in a lawsuit and a lie and drag this woman. And of course, I'm going to bring up Bobby Lights because I just want to show you how dirty this woman is. Okay. Now, this is in all this year. I don't know exactly what date this was, but you can tell by the picture this is old. Okay? I got the message though. So if I need to go up to it. Hold on, let me go. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. This was February 22nd. Message from Tasha Kay to Bobby Lights. When are you coming on my show? Bobby Lights clearly never responded or opened the message. Instead, he phoned a friend and asked a friend, should I go on this show? Does she talk about me? And I think the friend said, don't do it. It's a setup. She'll be dragging you after. Okay? And then, hold on. And then let me leave that up there. And in October 11th, which would mean 2 months ago, not even 2 months ago, a message from Tasha Kay. This is a receipt. Hey, Bobby, who do my people need to contact to book you for an interview on my show? And so, when she did not get a response for the second time, because nobody was interested in sitting with Tasha Kay, because quite frankly, she's not that hot. She's only hot now because of the lawsuit. But after the lawsuit, she'll have to do something else because I don't think we'll be talking as much. So she took aim at Bobby Lights because he did not want to go sit on her platform. So that's why she called him dirty blood. It wasn't because he came at her and she was a black woman. It's because she uses her platform to bully celebrities, and she thinks that celebrities are, well, a lot of them are afraid of her. That's why they go on their platform. But then you were calling him an extra on Love and Hip Hop, and he's not, and you're bigger than him. But you sent this man 2 messages in 1 year to come on your platform, and because he didn't come on your platform, you dragged him. The same thing that you did to Cardi B. Instead, Cardi B money long. Bobby Lights ain't got the money to sue you and do all the extra. Cardi B is going to make an example out of you. Tasha Kay is a joke, and anybody that doesn't see that just willfully doesn't want to see it. Tasha Kay is a fraud and a joke, and she should lose this case and will lose this case because she needs to. She's a horrible human being, and I cannot wait to watch her lose this case. She's a fraud and a liar that believes her own lies. And people love it. Now, would it hurt her career? No, I don't think that. I think what'll actually happen, it'll benefit her, because I think that she has an audience of people that will feel bad for her. She'll get online and play like she's the black woman, and I'm the black woman who fought for bloggers. Girl, you don't fight for bloggers. Be very clear. You want to insert yourself in anything that's growing as hot and try to act like you're helping them so that you can be a part of their come up. You're not fighting for bloggers. This is all for you. To say I, me. So you're not fighting for bloggers. However, the consumers, the subscribers, the people that are watching, they will say she's doing this for bloggers. And the people, Nicki Minaj fans that hate Cardi B will say, yeah, and Cardi B is this, that, and the third. Never mind the fact that this woman attacked Cardi B because Cardi B would not give her an interview. Cardi B corrected her on that Star Marie interview, told her that wasn't true. Tasha Kay wanted her to come on the platform. Cardi B said, I'm not coming on your platform. Tasha Kay has been dragging Cardi B ever since. Same thing she does with any other person that will not come on her platform. Hence the reason why she went in on Bobby Lights and called him dirty blood. See, a lot of people don't think that I had the receipts. I told you. She's not just, every time she goes at a celebrity, it's because they won't give her attention. She's a bully. She's not a entertainer. She's a hurt woman that feels validated in having 1 million followers. This is the return of the nerds. Tasha Kay is the prime example of the return of the nerds. The loser in school, the girl that was not pretty, the girl that nobody wanted, finally got some clout in their life. And instead of using it for good, they're going to use it for bad because they are fighting. She's still fighting people in high school that she felt like she couldn't sit with. Instead, she's 40 years old coming against celebrities. The celebrities are the girls in high school that told her, girl, you can't sit with us. Now she has a little bit of a platform, so now she'll bully them. And anybody. There's a lot of pain there. So when people start talking about she's the next Wendy Williams, I don't see it because she's too hurt. She's too angry. There's anger behind the commentary. I never understand why a person, how you spilling tea and you mad about it? You should be jovial and cackling. It should be entertaining. Shouldn't be so upset. When I watch her, I'll be like, girl, why is she so angry? Why is it about exposing you instead of like, girl, let me give you the tea? Either way, not my business. I just have to lay out the facts. Now, I'm not here to convince you one way or another, but I'm just glad I'm glad it's all coming out, and this is why I'm glad I'm here for it. Okay? So the results are in. Cardi B does not have to give them to Tasha Kay. Be interesting to see how she tries to deflect from this and act unbothered. Okay, Tasha Kay says it's only $75,000 measly that Cardi B is asking for. It's nothing. It's not a big deal. It's a little lawsuit. Yeah, a little lawsuit. Remember when she was wiping her ass with cease and desist? She stopped wiping her ass with those cease and desist ever since she got that little lawsuit. She was trying to dodge that little lawsuit so long. She was moving so many times. I think TMZ had even caught her when she had told the process server that she would blow his head off if he came and served her with the court documents. Girl, it's just a little 75. I don't care if you rich, got it, whatever. $75,000 is $75,000, especially after you've been paying lawyers for 3 years. Girl, you don't want to spend that $75,000. Stop playing. Even if you got it, you don't want to give it up. But yeah, child. It's over for Tasha Kay in my mind. And listen, let's just say her lawyers pull a rabbit out of the hat and she wins this. I'll come over here and say she won. She's still a liar to me though. But I think it's going to be interesting. Here's the tea though. If she loses, I think that, back to my point, I think that the general public, like the subscribers, they'll probably send her money, donate to her. She'll get to her 1 million. People will support her because she then becomes the underdog, and then she can go and try to play to the heartstrings of the black women, which, she really don't care about black women. Have you ever noticed that Tasha Kay secretly thinks that she's better than you black women until she needs you guys to help her when she's pushing a narrative? You have to really get into her. She really thinks that she really wants to be an uppity black woman, but she's not. But when she comes into contact with certain black women that she feels, don't have a platform or don't have as much money, she kind of gives this condescending, oh, yeah, oh, he. But it's kind of like, I'm slightly better than you until I need you to be on my side. But yeah, so she'll play to the heartstrings of the angry, mad black woman that hates gays and Latino acts and Cardi B people. You know what I mean? So those people will support her, and the self-hating gay men, they'll rally behind her. And then, but I think it's interesting, and I will give her credit. Some of these publications will steal her news. Some of her stuff it's been a little bit more legit lately. No shade. I mean, well, I don't know if it's been legit meaning true, but it's definitely come from her and regurgitated. Like the Wendy Williams stuff, she's been breaking all the Wendy Williams stuff. I can give her tea on that. And a lot of these different publications will steal it, like Ricky Smiley, sometimes even Page Six. A lot of people will steal it. So now it will be even more easy for publications to steal her content and not credit her, because then it'll give like, oh girl, for the celebrities in mainstream and the people that really kind of, the other people that matter, should I say, the different publications, you'll say, well, I heard this with from Tasha Kay. Now, if Tasha Kay loses, people gonna be like, oh, Tasha Kay said, oh, girl, that's the one that lied on Cardi B and lost the lawsuit. You know what I mean? Like, she goes down as the girl who lied and lost to Cardi B. Tasha Kay, if she loses this, Tasha Kay becomes cemented as the lying blogger that does things for clicks and views. Like, Tasha Kay literally loses this, and I don't care how many stories she breaks that are true. She will always be a liar. No one will believe her. She will have to work so hard to dig herself out of that hole of being like, if she loses this case, her credibility is gone. Like, it's over. Just as if she won the case, her credibility would have skyrocketed. So why wouldn't it do the same downward? If she loses this, it would be over for her. So yeah. Well, let's get into some things now. Okay, there's another conversation that we need to have that I forgot to have. Over the weekend in Miami, okay, Cardi B, there was I forgot the event, Art Basel. Cardi B was at a club, and they weren't letting black girls in. Cardi B said, y'all need to let black girls in. And this is the problem for me. Now, shout out to the girls, because I've watched the audio, I watched the video. Shout out to the girls that seen what she did and appreciated it, because she didn't have to do anything. It's not her job. But then I've seen other people commenting and making videos, and it's like, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. It wasn't good enough. It's just like, a lot of these women want to be, some of these black girls, honestly, just want to be mad at something. It's never good enough. So it's like, girl, get it on your own. Because, girl, you're going to be mad. That is your makeup. You just want to be an angry, mad black girl. You know what I mean? Like, now there's some girls that's like, I'm so thankful for Cardi B doing that. Then there's the other girls like, well, why she didn't walk me in, and why she didn't do this, and why? It's just like, girl, what do you want her to do? So I'm going to let you guys watch the video, and then we can see what happened. Okay, boom.
None. I can let some black women in here. Let the black women in here.
Yeah. No, they don't. No, they don't, Cardi. No, they don't.
Huh? Now let them in.
Let them in. Let them in.
Hurry, let them in.
Hey, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Cardi.
1, 2, 3.
Fire.
1, 2, 3. I got you a bottle. It's the dust though. 1, 2, 3.
Let them in.
Hey. Cardi said let us in.
We let him in. We gotta get you in first.
Let Cardi in.
Think about it.
Sir, you heard that, right? We'll be patient.
She's literally saying, let them in. Let some black women in. Y'all need to let them in. She keeps it. It's like, oh no, she didn't do enough. She should have grabbed him. I don't have to do that. It's like some of these black girls, just admit that you're black and you're mad, and that's what gets you whatever you feel like you need. And like your makeup is just being offended. Like it is the oppression Olympics, and you want to live in that oppression. You want to live in that space. It's never good enough. It doesn't matter if she would have walked everybody in. They would have said, well, why she didn't take every black girl in? And she walked in front of the black girl, and she took the lightest black girl. Oh, she took the black girl that was half mixed. It's like, listen, baby, I can't save the world. I don't know what you want me to do. It's like some of these black women you're mad, and you're just going to be forever. And just, but listen, there's platforms for that. There are leaders for that space. And you guys can go over there and kiki and talk about how everybody hates black women and fester in that forever. You know what I mean? But don't try to bring everybody else into that. The woman did nothing wrong here. So I just don't understand why what they wanted Cardi B to do. I mean, she said what she said, and they were like, "Well, we got to get you in first." Could she have pulled them in? She could have, but at the same time, you don't know if they got their ID, if they got their vaccination. We're in the middle of a pandemic. I'm not pulling girls with me to do this and do that. Listen, y'all not my friend. We not cool like that. I don't know y'all. Let them girls in. You know, they cool girl. Like, I'm not hanging with them. People are crazy. Girl, what am I supposed to do? But anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to open up the lines. So you girls can call in and kiki. No foul language. Okay, because I will disconnect you and the live. And if you haven't done so, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, child. Okay? And also, when you come on here, we've already been on here an hour. It's 4,000 people in here. Let's keep it brief, okay? Now, because we have to move through the people. So please don't get on here and try to talk for 10 minutes. That's just not fair, because nobody wants to hear you talk that long. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Your show now, press 1.
Your show is scheduled to start in 36 seconds.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, somebody raised. What is that raising the hand? Okay, let me see.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, hello?
Hey, Armon.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, that last one got me. Great
Which
show,
one?
by the way.
Thank you.
The one with the black women and Cardi B. I seen it. That one I don't understand the need to go places if you feel as though you're not wanted there. You understand? Go ahead.
No, but I just don't agree with that, because I mean, I agree, but I don't. But because I feel like, it happens a lot. But I feel like, black women should be able to go to these places, because it's not just, a club. I mean, you don't know who's there. Like, you want to see, that's the hot spot. That's where all the celebrities are. Like, I want to go and have a good time with my girls, and let me in. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not the establishment. It's the security guards that be with the, trying to pick out girls that they want to try to bang at the end of the night.
Yeah,
so I don't think it's the establishment as a whole.
As a black woman myself, and those like me, we just simply don't go where we're not wanted. It was so awkward and uncomfortable to see these women standing there saying they're not letting in black women, Cardi B. What if Cardi B never came? So they would have been still standing out there saying the same thing. And I do agree with you. Cardi B did she did her thing in her Cardi B way, but the humiliation of it, like if you can sense that you're not wanted there, then go on someplace else. I do know what you're saying. Of course, we want to live it up and want to be with a celebrity. But that type of humiliation, when you look at the layout, they not letting black girls in, Cardi B, please, that begging type of thing. It's just, it was uncomfortable for me. It really was. It's sad. It's just like, girls.
Well, how old are you, caller? I'm only asking
30.
for a reason. Oh, well, see,
I'm
girl,
30.
You're around the age where I feel like you should understand wanting to get in there and go to the party. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to shame those girls for still wanting to get in. That's probably where the hot spot was that night.
Yeah, most likely it is. But it's like, I don't know, the image of them they not letting our black girls in, and you still standing there? You get what I mean? Like, I know exactly
because that's probably one guy. That's probably one dumb security guy trying to have some power because it's some clout there, celebrity, you know. But when you get in there, like, that's over. I don't know. I've dealt with security and people, like, they're annoying and they overhype themselves and they overstep their positions. They think too much of themselves so many times. But then
they
once
have
you
more
get
authority than they do.
Yes, but once you get past that, you end up having a great night because they don't usually give that in the inside.
Yeah, it was just they're not the listening to them and hearing how they were saying it. And Cardi, please, I did not like it. I would have been like, girls, let's just go someplace else. I would have it would have just been, to say those words, they're not letting black women in, is so humiliating. You get with the whole scenario. Cardi B begging Cardi B, please tell them to let us in. And she's saying, you gotta let black, you know her little way. We gotta let some black girls in here. But then it's like, and then still complain after that. It's like, why go through that humiliation, that dehumanization? I do know what you're saying, Armon. Everybody wants to have a good time. But it was so degrading and embarrassing. And I just hope and wish that black women would evolve to a certain point where it's like, you don't want me here? No problem. Bye, scat. You know, I'm out. You know, I just hope they get there. But I thank you so much for having me, Armon. Thank you so much.
Thanks for calling in, Bo. Love you. Bye. Okay, let's take another one. 6647, you're live on the air.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, I wanted to talk about the same thing, but I just feel like a lot of people just be in these comments and commenting about Cardi B to do stuff. Like, tell your local governor, you know? Like, vote for people that's going to put things in office that's going to make it work for us. Like, I don't know what Cardi B is going to do for that. And then I feel like some black women need to change their approach and change their attitude. You know?
I just don't understand. I just feel like she damned if she do, she damned if she don't. Like, it was people I was seeing making videos, but, like, they didn't even appreciate that. You know, it was like, girl, like, what did they want Cardi B to do, honestly?
They act like it was a black woman walking in there. Well, I know Cardi B is, like, I think Puerto Rican or Dominican. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you acting like they got their notoriety for her. Now, let's say if it was Nicki Minaj walking in there or somebody that was actually fully black, then I could see them even asking her to say something. You know what I'm saying? Because your club is getting promoted by black women, but you're not letting black women in.
Right, because no shade. I wouldn't even thought to even ask Cardi B to tell Cardi B that they not letting black women in. Because, I mean, I don't see her as black first. So I wouldn't have even thought to even ask her to say anything.
Exactly. So it's just like, I don't understand. I feel like I'm a black woman myself, but I just feel like certain black women that have that negative vibe and attitude, they're not gonna they don't want that type of, they don't want you to be fighting in there. They don't want that type of environment. So if you don't want to be stereotyped like that, stop acting like that.
Well, we don't know how the girls act. I don't want to say all the black girls is ratchet because
I'm not saying all the black girls, because I don't act like that, but I'm just saying that a lot of these ones that be online with want everybody to do so much for them, and you know what I'm saying, and got something to say about that. Is y'all on the same spectrum?
Here's the thing too. And I didn't see what those girls look like, but some of these clubs be having dress code. Like when it's hot spot, you gotta look a certain way. And I'm not even talking about black or white. I'm talking about aesthetically, like, what does your outfit give? So if you're not really cute, if you're not really put together well, you might get passed up. And the fact, those girls could kind of be, the fact that you out there yelling Cardi B, not like black, I don't want to listen, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but we don't know what.
Let you in already.
But we don't even know how they we don't know how they present it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of these clubs is based on a image. Are you dressed a certain kind of way? Do you look?
My birthday just passed, and we went out to a club, and it was a bunch of girls, not just black girls, Mexicans, just a bunch of girls to the side that had on tennis shoes and regular clothes, and they wasn't letting them in.
Right.
But you're not even with the dress code. So why do you feel like they're going to let you in?
Right. So that was the other part. Thank you, caller. We got to move on, though. Yeah. But thanks for calling in. Okay. Let's keep it pushing. 8737, you're live on the air.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Let me turn off the other
turn me down in the background.
On the background. Okay, yeah. So just two quick things. As far as the Cardi B situation is concerned, I agree with you in terms of her being damned if she does, damned if she doesn't. It was an off-the-cuff kind of thing. Like, she just sort of was just there like, okay, what's going on here? Y'all need to let some black people in here. That's all that was. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I understand the situation about, whether, they were dressed cute or not. I went to the Tunnel in Limelight back in the 90s, and if you had a quote-unquote banji look, then they weren't going to let you in on certain nights. And I remember all that foolishness, which is, in my opinion, steeped in racism, but that's a whole nother story, okay? Mm-hmm. But there was nothing wrong with her saying that, so just that's that. Really quickly about the Tasha Kay situation, though, she's going to lose this for a fact 100%. That's just a fact. But she has a couple of other tricks up her sleeve in terms of other little scandals when it comes to other people that maybe might not be in the mainstream. She's definitely gone after Brother Polite. You understand what I'm saying? That's like a huge, big thing. And that situation actually turned out to be true. So Brother Polite stuff is playing now in the news. There was a court a hearing recently. There's another one coming up in another maybe month and a half or something like that. So that's going to give her a little bit of validity going forward.
Okay.
So she definitely does. Yeah. It's going to give her some validity because she was really the first one to sort of break that whole thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's Tasha Kay. Is she lying?" Then it was on the news, and everybody was like, "Oh, snap! Wait, hold up." You know what I mean?
Okay.
So she does have a couple. Yeah, she has a couple of little tricks up her sleeve, but overall, I agree with you. As far as her credibility will take a hit because she made too much of a fuss about this Cardi B situation. Brother Polite is not on everyone's radar.
No.
You know what I mean?
And I think also what she'll do. I think that after this, I think that if she loses this, Offset better be on his P's and Q's because she's going to be humiliated.
Oh no,
because she's gunning for them in a vindictive way. So Cardi B better not fart in the wrong direction.
No, that's a fact. And I'm under the impression that this is what's been going on. People, the blogs have been saying that he's been sober for X amount of time and blah blah blah. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that there's nothing crazy going on. You know what I'm saying?
Because she's got backup pages. She's got everybody on that. She's ready.
She can't wait. But you know what? Real quick before I leave, she needs to stop because she's a married woman. Okay? No one's marriage is perfect. Okay? So please stop it. Please stop it.
Yeah, but you know what? Don't stop it. You know why? Because the energy I get from Tasha Kay, honestly, and this is the most intriguing part for her to me, is that she almost has this elitist, like she cannot be touched. It's almost like kind of like how the baby feels like they cannot be touched. Like everything is not a big deal. Her life is perfect because she's married and she has her 2 kids and she's a YouTuber. And so it's like, and it's only $75,000 and it's nothing. So girl, you better just hope that everything.
$75,000 right now, miss. Give it to me right now. You know what I'm saying?
She has this energy that, everything like she can't be touched and everybody else can. So I'd like to see it.
Oh my God, you're absolutely right. But thank you so much for taking my call. I'm just going to sit here and listen to everybody else. Okay, sweetie. All right.
Bye. Okay, 7591, you're live on the air.
Hey, Armon, how are you?
I'm overly exceptional. How are you?
I'm good. I was calling in to talk about a few things. First, I want to say, the way you say Tasha Kay, like, always sends me. You be like, Tasha Kay.
Tasha Kay.
Tasha Kay, and then you make this face with it where it's like, I know what you're trying to say without you saying anything. But yeah, she always acting like, you know, like you said, like she want to take somebody down and expose them, and you know, she'd be like, I'm right beneath God, and He's appointed me to take all these people down, and this and that. And,
right.
You know, she's always doing way too much. But as far as the Cardi thing is concerned with like the club, like had that been Nicki, she would have walked past all of them. You know, so I just feel like they should, you know, just be grateful for whatever she did, because like you said, she didn't have to do that. She could have went in there, collected her bag, and, you know, walked out the door. But some people want to be mad at everything. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And then as far as like Erica Banks working with Cardi, I think that's great, because Cardi is putting a lot of females on right now. Nicki never did that, never really worked with female rappers back in the day. And the Barbs always want to say, oh, well, you know, she worked with Trina, this and that. But it was like, that was on Trina's album, and Trina had to reach out to her. You know what I mean? Like, Nicki never put no females on her personal album, you know, but they never want to talk about that. You know what I mean? And then I also wanted to get into the thing, because you keep bringing up the Jessie going to the bathhouse and stuff.
Now, don't say nothing crazy, reckless. Okay, but go ahead.
I'm not. Okay, yep. Okay,
well, hold on. You can only have this conversation because, see, a lot of the girls didn't understand this conversation, like the real girls, like Fish didn't understand it. But I'm only going to allow you to talk on this if you tell me, have you ever been to a bathhouse before?
I've actually been to the one that Jessie was at.
Okay, so you know what okay, so tell us about it.
Yeah, so it's called Steamworks. It's on the north side.
We got one of those out here. I've been to a Steamworks. They got one in the Bay. Yeah, and Steamworks is everything. Yes, that was the then I definitely know what it's giving. Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Steamworks. It's
yes.
in Boys Town. It's like right off of Belmont and Hofstede. So you go in there, you pay like a little fee to get in, like, you know, $20 or whatever. They give you a locker. You can either walk around with like a towel on or like have your towel off.
Very much so.
You know, they do have like, yeah.
And in Steamworks, they got the steam rooms. They got the like really sticky steam room where it be a lot going on in there. And then they got another room. Well, I don't know how the Chicago one is, but this steam room got like two. This Steamworks got like 2 steam rooms. The one I went to.
Yeah, they got saunas, swimming pools, like jacuzzis, the private rooms. But I mean, to be honest, when I went, there was not a lot of like young guys there. It was like a lot of like older, you know, like the old generous type of guys, like the older white guys or older Middle Eastern guys.
And a lot of fat queens ready to suck some, you know, and a lot of big fat ones ready to do a lot of. Yeah, they was ready to go get to the glory hole and give you life.
Yeah, so when I went, I was pretty much there for like maybe an hour. You know, like you want to go to experience it. You know, as a gay male, it's like something that you'd be like, I wonder, you know, what this is all about. So I went just to check it out, and you know, I wasn't really impressed. And so, you know, some of the more private parties be better than those like come one, come all things, you know, we just fee.
Oh, see, now I've never been to one of those.
Yeah, you know, you have to be very selective because sometimes there are some like unsavory people there too. But you know,
and I hear those parties are just jet black dark, so you can't see anything that's going on. You don't know if there's a bump or this or that. I can't put myself in that kind of position.
Right, but you know what? A lot of people that go to those parties, I guess they, you know, they're okay with catching things, or maybe they already have something, and they just kind of like, you know, going out with a bang. So yeah, you can't. If you're trying to be somebody who's trying to stay away from all of that, then it's best to not go, because a lot of them, they don't, you know, use protection and different things like that. So, but you're welcome to use protection, but some people get mad if you put protection on.
Yeah, you know, I have a couple of girlfriends. No, I have a couple of girlfriends that they get into that. They go in there, and they're masked, baby, and then they tear it up. They get booted up, you know, and they go to the different hotels and whatever. It's a whole community. That's a bit far from me. Like if I do like a bathhouse situation, I'm more on a Jessie Smollett level. Like I'm coming with someone. Like I've never been to the bathhouse by myself. I've always went with my significant, like, or one of my girlfriends to get to key, or maybe my girlfriend in like a slight piece, and we were gonna kind of kiki in the bathhouse. But like but I've never went by myself. I've always went with somebody that I was going to have already. Like I'm scared to really, I'm scared. Like no shade, like it's hot. Like I'm there for the you can watch me, but I'm not there to randomly sleep with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm more for the thrill of watch me sleep with my date. Don't think that you're going to touch me. Because I don't know you.
So you just like onlookers.
And not all the time. Just maybe the idea, the essence of. Because sometimes you just go to chill in the jacuzzi. Yeah, maybe you're drunk or you're full. It's the end of the night. It's the club. Well, girl, where's everybody going? Oh, well, girl, we're going to the Steamworks. Okay, girl, let's key.
Oh no, I've never seen nobody go to Steamworks after the club, but you know, people would mainly just go to like an after party and then maybe to get like breakfast or something and. You know what I mean? Then you head home, but...
Yeah, I've never been a girl to go after the club and start going to eat. I don't understand how the girls go to that's a whole nother conversation.
Really?
How do you girls do that? Why would you go and eat?
Because you've been drinking and smoking and
that'd be the problem. Like, girl, who has time to... Yes, but girl, do you know... What are you eating for? Baby, like, what are you girls so hungry for? Like, you girls should be cleaned out and ready to go because you don't know what it's given at the end of the night. You girls want to go to Waffle House. All right. Listen, we're gonna talk about that on the boy chat, but yeah, shout out to you, caller.
All right.
Bye. That's a good topic. Let me write that down. Eating after the club. Like, I never understood that. I've never been that person. And I never liked to be around boys that do that because I'm like, girl, like, if there was a boy that I was talking to, I'm like, girl, we're not going to go eat. Like, what do you mean? Like, especially if I just met you and I'm trying to kiki and I'm trying to get into some things. Like, girl, no, you're definitely not about you. So you're going to be bloated and gassy and pooting and farting and doing all kinds of stuff. No, girl, we're about to have. Why are you hungry? I'm not hungry. I'm ready to get nasty. Why are we eating? What are you doing? You want to go sit down and eat a whole Waffle House meal? What do you mean? Bunch of bacon and ham and eggs. Like, girl, you do that after. Anyway, 7119, we're live on the air. Hello? Okay, not ready. 4054, you're live on the air.
Hey, Armon. Okay, so I wanted to say as far as the Cardi situation, like you said, dang if you do, dang if you don't. As far as the aesthetic, we can all agree that there are places, especially on the West Coast. I actually know of quite a few people who have experienced or have witnessed situations similar to that. I do think that maybe not in all situations, but a lot of them, the clubs definitely are aware of what's going on at the front door. You can enforce your aesthetic through your dress code policy. If you want to get technical, in my opinion, it does become borderline discrimination because if someone is not breaking the dress code policy, you just don't like the way that they look or what they're wearing or how it's put together, right? And, you own a business, that's your prerogative.
I agree. No, I agree here for sure. I want to tell you, I agree for sure with the West Coast because, but I don't think that's a women thing. I think that's a black people thing, period. Like, it happens to black people.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, go ahead.
As far as Wendy Williams, it's unfortunate that in a lot of these cases, people are like forced into retirement during their downfall. And I think that Wendy Williams could definitely go into education and maybe become a professor. She could be a great mentor, maybe get a program going at a university, mentor some people in media training. I don't really see her working for anyone or at anyone's university, but I could definitely see her jump-starting her own program. I don't see her continuing in entertainment herself, but I think that she should just go ahead, sit down, and put some people on game and, carry it out that way.
I like that idea. Every now and then, because, I mean, the lady's almost 60 years old. I mean, at some point, you just enjoy the money.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, I hate to see it happen after this amazing career, in spite of whatever she dealt with in her personal life. Looking at her career aside, she's had a great career, and to see her have to kind of sit down in the pitfall of what she's going through is unfortunate. I think that Beyonce is one of the few people in our generation who will see do it right. I think that you have to go out on a high and not let us as the audience catch you when you're low. We're going to take from you. This is America's built on consumerism. So it's everyone wants to take and everyone wants to make. So if you are willing to continue to give to us, we're going to continue to take from you until we drain you out. Let's just think of all the people that's happened to. I think that Beyonce is gearing up to put herself first, and I'm only bringing her up because I'm making a comparison. I think that she's gearing up to take herself out on a high and make her own call, regardless of how anyone's going to feel about it, because it's also a dang if you do, dang if you don't situation in that regard. So I think that Wendy should try to save herself and just reroute. Chloe is not going to, this is my last point. Chloe, until she loves herself, everything she touches is going to fail. And I think that this is a lesson to all of us as people who look at not even just the Kardashians, but everyone that is in that lifestyle and in that light. We see the glitz, we see the glam, we see the money and the bags and the this and the that and the surgery and look good. It's aesthetically pleasing. But we don't know what these people go through at night when they take it all off and they put the phone down and they take their showers and they wipe it all off. And they're just left with themselves and whatever that looks like without all that they do when they post the picture. We don't know what those people go through psychologically. So while I don't feel bad for Chloe, but I do empathize with her, you have to love yourself. And that's just a lesson to us all. And that's unfortunate that she's going through that, regardless of what she looks like. But you were talking about how she looks, so that's all. I owe my time.
Yeah, and I love when you call because you're so smart and eloquently spoken. Do you do tarot readings, or are you a psychic medium?
I do my spiritual things.
Yeah, you're very intuitive.
Invested in that direction. Yeah, and I really do appreciate you, Armon. Like, I really do enjoy watching you. And even tonight, I was going through something and I was a little bit down, and I saw your notification and I was like, bet, let me roll up. I'm finna chill. I'm finna laugh. And you give like genuine good energy. And when I'm in the West Coast, I hope I'm not being too forward. I would love to meet you for lunch somewhere.
Absolutely.
You can choose a place in the middle of the city. My cousin, shout out to Jenna. She's out there. I'm always shouting her out because we love you, bro. And when I'm out there, I would definitely love to reach out and take you out to lunch. But that's all. I'm going to get off.
Okay, yes. Let's do that. Thank you, baby. Okay, shout out to Houston. But, I love you. I really want to come out there and we can go get some boudin balls. Because I'm a boudin girl myself. I love a good southern boudin. Okay. Well, we're gonna take a couple more. Listen, and here's the thing. Mind you, no, I'm not gonna do that. Here's the thing. This is what this show is about. I don't take it personal. I'm not personally invested. Listen, I like for you guys to watch this show for the hour, 2 hours sometime that you're here, for you to escape reality. You know what I mean? So for you to watch me and get a kiki at whatever, the wigs, the songs, the sermons, my goal is for you guys to leave this like, hey, whatever I had going on, I escaped it for an hour or two. So that's the whole point. I give you me for an hour or two for you to escape your reality because, we all need some way to escape. Okay, let's keep it pushing. 3217, you're live on the air. Get in here.
What's up, Armon? I'm calling from St. Louis.
I hope you got something really good to talk about. Like, I hope you got some energy for me, baby. What do you need to get into?
I have a question.
Okay.
So this is about Tasha B and Tasha Kay and Cardi B, right?
Tasha Kay.
Tasha was saying, right. You know I love when you say it too. Okay, so with her saying that it's only $75,000 at risk, right? I want to know, is it reaching if Cardi B or her team was to say, if Cardi B wins the case or whatever, that Tasha Kay has to stop her whole YouTube platform? Is that reaching?
Well, I'm no lawyer, so I don't know. But I mean,
in your opinion.
No, I don't think that that's reaching. Like, I mean, I don't know if she can take the channel. I think that's why Tasha's been talking so much, because I think that if I'm Tasha Kay, right, and I'm one of the lawyers, and we're having a conversation, I'm trying to figure that out first. So I think that Tasha Kay knows that she can't take the channel. I'm gonna be honest with you. You ready for me to be honest? I'm about to be all the way honest with you. It's easier for Tasha Kay to win this case than it is Cardi B.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm just keeping it a bean. It's easier for celebrities. I mean, it's easier for non-celebrities to win cases like this than it is for the celebrity, because they're public figures, and then there's a bias when it comes to, you know, celebrity. They feel like you should be able to take it, you should be able to handle it. So I don't think that Cardi B can get her Tasha Kay's channel taken down, because honestly, if Cardi B wins, it would almost be like she barely got there, because it's really hard for celebrity to win defamation lawsuits.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, girl, you're a public figure. Like, how you mad? Like, you make all you.
On the chin.
Yes, right. And then the jurors are human too. So there's sometimes a built-in bias. You like me and you, we're not rich and famous like, you know, a Cardi B. So we might feel like, girl, please. We don't want we're not voting for you. We want the girl. We want Tasha Kay.
Right. Okay, this is my last thing. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I haven't been following it, but I'm getting back into it because of me watching YouTube and all of that. I'm going to tell you flat out. This coming from a big girl, right? When I saw all of the stuff with my boy Juicy falling apart, and this is where pivotal for me. Like I said, I'm a big girl. This is where it fell apart for me. I live in St. Louis. Chicago is up 70. So the weather is kind of similar to Chicago. So he said it was 2-something in the morning. He was walking in the middle of a snowstorm to go to Subway to get something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we all living in the same time zone in the same period, okay? There's no way, sweetheart. You're walking at 2-something to a Subway. Subway ain't open past 8. I didn't believe it from there.
Well, I don't believe Jessie either. I'd never believed Jessie. I always felt like it was some tea. I felt like he was on Jacked or Grinder and kind of met and had a bad date. I wasn't right about that, but I was.
My brother said. My brother I'm an ally, and my brother is part of the community, and my brother was like, That's knock time. That's time for when you go and knock some business down, come home, take a shower, and go to sleep. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense too. But I truly didn't believe none of it when he said he was going to Subway at 2-something in the morning. Subway ain't open past 8. I caught you in a lie. I'm fat.
Thank you, baby.
Now, if you was walking to McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's, any of the other girls, okay, fine. But you came with Subway? Then when he pulled up and had Lee Daniels had screenshotted his FaceTime, it just fell apart. It fell apart from there even more. But I just want you to know I love you from St. Louis, and
thank you.
I'll be watching all.
Shout out to the what they do in St. Louis. What kind of dance y'all listen to Nelly still? Who hot in St. Louis? Is there any chicks out there that's hot? Or y'all the hottest person is the St. Louis and what's Nelly? What's his name? Y'all listen to Nelly still?
You know what? I'm going to say this because I know you like Erica Banks, but Nelly right now is getting his hype and his comeback around because Erica Banks, she sampled Nelly, his song, in her song. So everybody is kind of picking Nelly back up because she sampled him in that song. So that's just what we got right now. That's about it.
Okay.
Listen. You want to get you something, St. Louis. When you come, if you come through, because I don't expect you to stop. If you come through, get you some toasted ravioli.
No, I got a good girlfriend that lives. I got a really close friend in St. Louis, like one of my day one girlfriends in St. Louis. So when the Armon Wiggins show goes on, when the Armon Wiggins show goes on tour, St. Louis might be a stop if the crowd is there. Or no shade. It's probably gonna be Atlanta, so you might have to just come down to Atlanta. But yeah,
I would expect. If you came through St. Louis as a pit stop, I promise you I will cook you something to eat, give you a hug around your neck, and send you right on down the highway wherever you was going. I don't expect nobody to stop in St. Louis like that. I love my city. I'm from the new and proud, but we behind the times. We slow.
Thank you, baby.
We slow. We like what's this place down there in Florida where the old people go and retire?
Orlando?
Yeah, that's St. Louis.
All right.
Where the old people come and retire. That's what we are. Yes, sir.
All right, bye,
but
girl.
I'm getting off.
Okay, I've got to let you go, baby, because it's getting long-winded. Okay. Okay, 9526, you're live on the air. Get in here.
Okay, first, hello. First,
Hey.
I just want to answer the question about the Tasha Kay lawsuit. What you were saying about the defamation is correct, but it's an actual legal standard. So when you're suing a regular person, you have to prove that the statement was false. But when you're suing a celebrity or a public figure, you have to prove that it's false and that the person had actual knowledge. So that's very difficult to prove because you have to prove someone's state of mind. And so I don't know, that's a very difficult legal standard. It is possible, but it's very rare. I think Jamie Lee Curtis won a defamation case, but it's just hard to prove. I also want to talk about, well, I don't know. I mean, I called yesterday. We were talking about the whole bathhouse thing I had. And,
yeah.
Well, ThemeWorks.
Hey, your phone keep breaking up.
Let me put you on my
Okay, and while you put me on that, I think that you're right. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and I think Tasha, okay, yeah. But here's the thing. Let's talk about the Tasha Kay piece real quick. Like I said, like you said, I 100% believe you, and I know that you're correct. But here's the issue. I think Tasha Kay, and like I said, it's not all the way over yet. But I think Tasha Kay could have really won this had she not got in her own way throughout the time. There's been so many posts of her, even within the last couple of weeks, about her calling Cardi B HB and, saying that she has the H word. So it's just like, if you would have left it at day one, I think Tasha Kay really could have, it'd have been a clear win for Tasha Kay because you would have had to prove intent. But for the last 3 years, you've been antagonizing this woman and subtly and deliberately saying that this woman had the H. So it's like, you don't think that all of those texts, all of those videos, and all of those tweets have been screenshotted and sent over to her lawyers? You're crazy. So it'd be interesting to see which way the jury goes.
Yeah, I don't listen to Tasha Kay, so I didn't know that this was a repetitive thing. I thought it was maybe a one-time. I don't know. I don't listen to Tasha Kay, but
okay.
Yeah, if there's a history of it, then maybe there actually is malice. So I don't know. Yeah. So, do you have anything else about Tasha Kay?
No, I'm done.
No,
I'm done.
Okay, so we have people cause what I was talking about yesterday is the reason why I don't like putting the gay business out there is because we get judged, and somebody was saying, "Oh, I'm doing the same thing." No, because we have people in the comment section saying that sounds nasty, right? And so there's this whole stigma with gays. We can't even donate blood, and so there's a stigma that we're just engaging into the. Well, I guess it's true, but still, they don't need to know. Because everybody's not doing it. There's a segment of it. And, yeah, I remember I was talking to this one guy. He found out that because I went to Steamworks specifically in Chicago. And he said he went there and he got the pink eye. And then he was basically looking at me like I was there. Okay, yeah, I went there. But if I did do something, I used protection. Everybody's not just going over there, beer backing, and man, I don't know. Steamworks is actually off the chain. I wouldn't. I don't know. People don't say that anymore. Anyway, whatever that expression is, you got to go on the weekends though. You got to go like on a Friday. I think they do go after the clubs because they don't start coming in till like after 2. All the black guys, but before that, it's like a whole bunch of like fat, older white guys. It's just, you know, you can find a black guy here and there, but you gotta. It's the weekend. And you can go to I know what I want to say. I want to talk to you about those parties because you talk about how it would be pitch black. Well, the trick is to bring a glow stick. I bring the glow stick, but the problem is those dudes don't like it because they think, I'm not putting it up on your face. I'm not trying to look at your face or watch. You know, some people do that. They'll bring the glow sticks and watch your face and they want to be discreet, but I don't do that. I'm just trying to see, because you can't even see where you're walking. But yeah, I don't like it pitch black. That's nasty.
Okay, so let's start with about and listen. You are my people. I don't know if you watch Boys Chat, but you know I created a space for people like us, and I'm always going to make sure that you know my boys are protected as much as I can. But at the end of the day, that doesn't bother me anymore when straight people are like, oh, this is weird, because listen, they can think whatever they want. Some of my closest girlfriends, when I say girlfriends, I mean guys, they've caught STDs, HIV, all of those things from women. You know what I mean? So, and women are just and straight people are just as freaky and nasty and they do the cocaine and they do everything just like gay people do. You know what I mean? Now, the bathhouse, like you said, I've been, but you don't have to. You're not walking in there necessarily just sticking your thing in anything or just letting because I've never really went to a bathhouse and had sex. Like, I haven't. That's not just like I haven't done it. You know what I mean? Now, those other parties, I've never been to one of those parties per se because I don't like that it's dark. Now, one time I went to Miami Sizzle and one of my girlfriends, which is a guy, he was like, they're having a party in the hotel. But it's one of those kind of parties. I've always been a little bit nervous about those parties because it's always been pitch black, and I just feel like I don't like that because I feel like, what are you concealing? What are you hiding? I want to see what's going on. I want to check it. I want to look. I want to, I want to touch. I want to look around. You know what I mean? I want to look at you. I want to know what you look like. You know what I mean? Now, so I peeked in there, but it was way too dark. And it was, and then you can't have any sort of, like you said, you can't have any sort of glow light, any sort of cell phone light, any sort of light. So it's just kind of, you get what you get in those situations. Now, some girls are risky like that. It is what it is. For me, that's not my stilo. You know what I mean? That's just not my thing. So I don't really know too much about those kind of parties because I went that one time, peeked in there and realized it was not for me.
Well, and I don't like hooking up with somebody. If I can't see who you are, that's, because they could be fat. Oh, I mean, you turn the lights on and it's just like, oh, who the hell did I just have sex with? But
right.
I just want to make this last comment. The other hot spot, which I don't know where you are, but in certain cities they have the bookstores. Where I am, the cis girls have invaded our territory because that was always the spot where the gay boys hang out. And then these cis women are coming in. I don't know if they're hookers or what, but all the trade are going to the women. And it's just like, y'all can go anywhere to go meet men. Why are y'all coming into our spaces? I just don't like it. It really pisses me off because where else are you going to go? I said that was the last, but this is the last comment. Those guys that you meet in those places, the bathhouses and those parties, you think that it's trashy, but you actually can meet decent guys who you actually could be in a relationship with. But it's just because of the gay community, it's so hard to meet people besides online. But you meet people where you meet them, and they're not all trashy.
Okay. Thank you, baby. You have a good night. I love you for listening and watching. Okay. Y'all get out of her space because she is fed up. Okay. Listen, Chicago has 24-hour subways. Oh, I didn't know that. They say in Chicago got 24-hour subways, baby. Get it together. Understand what it's given. Understand it's given what needs to be gave. Okay? Chicago got 24-hour subways, Miss Mamas. Straight like that. Okay, it's people been okay. We're gonna take a couple more. Okay, 7063, you live on the air.
Hey Armon, how are you?
Good, how are you?
So I first of all want to apologize. I had called in during the live you did with the baby and Danny Lay and the whole thing with the situation with him kicking her out. I want to apologize because that was my first time on your live, so I didn't know that there was no cussing allowed.
Did I hang up on you?
You did. You did. I was at the Starbucks and I was cussing up a storm, and I apologize. I was speaking to black women about these dusties.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, don't jump in the head.
So I apologize. I did subscribe though, so now I know the rules.
Okay.
But I will say with the whole Tasha Kay thing, she can be a bit problematic because I don't know I don't know the details of it, but I know she's gotten into it with other YouTubers, other black female content creators as well, and she's been behind some of the drama between other YouTubers getting going at it with her. So she can be a bit problematic.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. And what I find that's interesting, not to cut you off, but to cut you off, what I find that's interesting is, like, in this space, like, I provided and maybe it went over people's heads, but I provided not one, but two receipts of where Tasha Kay was reaching out to Bobby Lights, and because he didn't respond, she came at him in such a vile manner because he said he hopes Cardi B wins the lawsuit. See, this is the part that I, don't appreciate sometimes, because it's like, it's the rooted homophobia for me, for her and a lot of the subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, this woman literally attacked this man because he wouldn't come and do an interview on her show. But, but at the same time, sometimes I don't even like to give her, she's problematic, because when you give those type of women and those type of people that, it makes them feel like, yeah, I got under their skin. You know what I'm saying? So then they go harder in it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a mess. It really is a mess. The whole Bobby Light thing, that is disrespectful. I think there's something wrong where she takes like everything is personal for her. It seems like.
Mm-hmm. And that was my issue too. That was my issue too. Like, why? Like, when I watch her, when I've watched her shows, and I've literally sat there and watched her shows, so I'm not gonna lie, but I've watched her shows, and I'm like, why is she sound like she's mad at the person versus just spilling the tea? Why does it sound like it's like, I'm going to get you? Like, what did they do to you? Why is it personal?
I feel like it's like she's trying to me, it's almost like she's trying to be like the next Wendy Williams. Like, how like when Wendy came on the scene, she would get under celebrity skin and she would spill tea that, nobody knew about. Like, she was just that girl that, had all the information. I feel like she's trying to, like, somehow, I don't know, maybe transition from YouTube to mainstream, but I feel like she's trying to be the next Wendy. Like, how can I piss off, so many people to get my name out there? And I don't know if that is, it worked for Wendy, but I don't know if it's going to work, if it can work for Tasha Kay.
That's a whole nother video. I think outside of that, like, Tasha Kay just doesn't have the look and the charisma. Like, she has the platform, but she has it because they're not coming there. See, oh God. Okay, I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna let it go. They're not coming there because she's funny and she's fashionable and she has this beautiful, or she has this entertaining personality. They're coming there because they want to know who she's exposing. You know what I mean? So the minute she decides to, not expose and just spill the tea, no one is going to be interested. They go to Tasha Kay. Tasha, literally, I'll tell you why Tasha Kay is successful. It's not because she's fashionable. It's not because she has this great entertaining personality. It's not because she has this quality. It's because she will take the risk and exploit or she is salacious. And most people are afraid to be salacious and afraid to lie. And sometimes, like, she will expose. So you will go to her because you're like, well, what is she about to expose? You never go to her because you're like, she has this charismatic personality that's so entertaining that she's a nut and a kook and a cackle. And what is she wearing? Wendy, Wendy Wood.
The chat didn't say her.
But Wendy Williams, hold on. But Wendy Williams, while maybe at one point you went for her for the tea, but now you go because she's a cackle. What is she wearing? Is she gonna shift her wig? Is she gonna burp? What, you know what I mean? Like, you go for her isms, the Wendy Williams isms.
Yes.
Tasha Kay doesn't have any isms. The thing that you know about her is just like, who is she mad at? And what is she going to expose about them?
And it's not benefiting her because less and less people are going to respond. She's going to start reaching out to more people, and less people are going to be responding because she's just that type of person. And she's trying to get interviews, which I'm assuming that's what the makeup of her entire channel is just interviews.
I don't know.
It's not going to work for her if she's chasing everybody away with her.
Well, no, she'll get those interviews because a lot of people know. So that was the strategy. So as a bully, when you do that, like a lot of people, like Nicki Minaj is afraid of her. Remember, she dragged Nicki Minaj and she dragged Kenneth Petty. However, Nicki Minaj caught Tasha Kay during the Wendy Williams era when Wendy Williams was dragging Kenneth Petty, and then Nicki Minaj wanted Tasha Kay to be messy on Wendy Williams this time. Tasha Kay took it too far and said that she had the baby's name. Right, and then Tasha Kay was also recording Nicki Minaj on the other phone while she was live. Fast forward, I feel like her and Nicki Minaj had a conversation on the phone. Nicki Minaj had got comfortable, started spilling tea to Tasha Kay. Then it started to come out, the receipts started to come out about how Tasha Kay used to drag her and her husband. Nicki Minaj then wanted Tasha Kay to sign an NDA. But at that point, it was too late. She had started following Tasha Kay. She had already brought Tasha Kay on Queen Radio, and Tasha Kay told Nicki Minaj, I'm not signing an NDA. So now Nicki Minaj has to continue following Tasha Kay because whatever Nicki Minaj did and told Tasha Kay knows too much and is not signing the NDA. So now she has to appease Tasha Kay because now she's afraid because Nicki Minaj talked too damn much to Tasha Kay because she didn't realize Tasha Kay was dragging her and her husband. So she's indebted to Tasha Kay.
Well, she definitely is playing chess when it comes to certain people.
Yeah.
She's playing chess, not checkers. But anyway, keep doing what you do. I'm a new subscriber, so no problem.
Thanks for calling in. Okay, we're going to take a couple more, and I do mean a couple, and we're going to get up out of here. All right, 4425, you're live on the air.
Oh, my God, I made it on the show. Hi,
yes, you
Armon.
did. Hey, what's going on, baby? How are you?
I'm doing good. I only called in to speak about the Cardi B thing with the
girls letting her in the club. Okay.
Okay, so I saw somebody else's video and they had like 3 viewpoints and from cameras. And basically Cardi B asked the girls why they were standing outside. So it's not like they were begging her. So people keep painting a narrative like they're out here begging. They weren't begging. Cardi B honestly wanted to know why they were standing outside. And I just feel like I saw their faces. I did see it. I saw them. They did look just a little bit ratchet. And I've been in Miami multiple times. And I'm from Cleveland. We don't like that here. New York clubs, they are like that. Miami clubs, they are like that. Where if you don't fit a certain aesthetic, they won't let you in. So when me and my friends, when we went to Miami, we knew like if you want to get in certain clubs, like baby, you're gonna have to come with it. Like no hair out of place, nothing.
So how did those girls look?
Girl.
Did those girls look cute? Be honest.
They were decent.
They
Okay.
were average at best. They were decent. Like they were decent, but it's not like when you go to Miami, it's like it's Wonderland. It's not just the white girls. It's not just the Latina girls. Every woman in Miami looks good. Like it's like a candy store down there. Everybody looks good in Miami. So you can't do what you did in your hometown, especially if it's not up to par, up on fashions. You can't do that in Miami. Like you have to come with it. Like you have to blend in. And if you stand out, they don't want you in there because it don't look like you got money. And the big reputation of black people in Miami is that we don't tip. So if you look a certain way, them girls, they don't want you in there. The bouncers don't want you in there. Those girls in there, the guys in there, they working off tips. They want their tips. If you look a certain way, they don't think you're going to tip. They think you're going to be wilding out. And it's a lot of our representation in the media that they only show the ratchet black girls. And there's black girls out there like myself and my friends. We're all travel nurses. We keep ourselves up. And I would consider me and my friends pretty classy. So you have some girls like us. You have some women who are more bougie and more classy than we are. But you do have a lot of the hood booger type of girls who have entitlement to be in certain circles and areas when you have not done that work to even be able to be in there. Is it discriminatory? Maybe, but that's just life. It is what it is, because you're not going to pull up to the mayor's ball thinking that you about to just go in there because you want to go in there. No, you have to be invited in. You have to fit that standard. They're not going to just let anybody go into anywhere.
Okay. Well, thank you.
But
You said what you
that's
said.
pretty much all I have to say.
Thank you, boo, for calling in.
You welcome.
Bye.
welcome.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna wrap right there. That is it. If you didn't make it on the show, make sure you guys
Thank
super
you for
chat to the
using
top.
Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Okay, daughter of Oshun, Yemi Yaye, says, happy holidays, Armon. I would have rather sent a Cash App, but I don't know it. Oh my gosh. Right, I forgot. I don't really promote my Cash App. Well, if anybody else would like to send a Cash App, we do take donations over here because we need it. Okay? It is at $Armon Aries. So please feel free, if you enjoy the show, $1, $2, anything. We love it. We love it here. It keeps the lights on. Okay? It keeps us alive. All right. Listen, guys, I love you guys all for tuning in and watching. You know, nothing is personal here. It's just a kiki, and I'm here to entertain you guys. Like I said before, I'm just here for you guys to escape reality for, you know, that hour or 2 hours that we're here online. So, I want to make sure that you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, keep it lit, keep it locked. And until next time, I want you guys to keep that same energy. Stream reminds you, stream not the one. And I will see you in the next video, right? If you guys haven't streamed those, stream my song. You know, you stream my lightweight, you know, stream it. Links are in the description box below. All right. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.